What's going on, everybody? DJ Mines here. So look, constantly I am asked about Kaspa. Should I get a KS1? DJ, what about a KS2? KS0? KS3, should I be mining this with my GPUs? I'm going to try to go through all of that. There is no right or wrong answer, but I'm going to give you my personal opinion and my personal experience. Like this video, consider subscribing. Anyways, guys, so let's check out Kaspa. How is it doing? Now, for whatever reason, CoinMarketCap still has Kaspa. This is laughable, ranked at 210. So we're not even going to use CoinMarketCap. It's embarrassing how they just continue to hide the true market value, which is over $1 billion, man. So if we look at CoinGecko, they actually have Kaspa ranked at number 46. Which is where it should be. Sometimes they'll range at number 43, 44. It just kind of depends on the market cap and the price of Kaspa. But currently it's just over 5 cents. And this is fantastic, man. Kaspa has been doing really, really well, performing, honestly, outperforming everybody's expectations under the sun. And I think Kaspa has really surprised everybody because it came on quick. The Ice River ASIC miners came out, kind of blew GPUs out the water, but you really can't be too upset about that because GPU miners got their time. I believe it was about 60 to 65% of the coins went to GPU miners, including myself and a lot of other people that came into it a little bit earlier than we are right now. So you got your chance as a GPU miner. Now it's the tail end of it and you have to get ASICs to really compete. Again, we'll get into the GPU side in a moment, but just want to be fully transparent about that. Yes, Kaspa has been doing fantastic. So let's talk about the actual mining side of it. So I think the average rate these days for hosting companies is around 8 cents. So that's what we're going to look at right now. I will say it doesn't actually matter that much for Kaspa miners, whether you're at 8 cents or 10 cents. I just want to show you that. So let's look at the KS3. This is saying it's going to make $103.31. Now let's look at like 10 cents. Doesn't really change it much. Now you're losing $1. That's really the difference between 2 cents. But if you looked at like Bitcoin, if you looked at a Litecoin, some Dogecoin miners or something, difference of 2 cents at a hosting rate matters so much, man. And then let's look at something crazy. 15 cents. Like, this is really high. My monthly bill just came out. I'm actually at 15 cents. Last 2 months, I was at 19 cents. And remember, 103 was the original starting point. Now we're at $97.92. So really not a big difference, man. Huge advantage of using these Kaspa miners. Now let's look at something crazy at 20 cents. Can we still be profitable? Oh, yes, you are. $94 on the KS3. Still incredible. Okay, but not super realistic for everybody. But what about the people who can afford a $4,200 KS2? $21 a day. Now, mind you, that's $21 a day at 20 cents, okay? If you get this sucker hosted, let's look at something like 10 cents, right? There's a lot of people that are still doing 10-cent hosting. That's still $23.62. Absolutely incredible. And again, if we look at 8 cents, there's almost no difference here. Maybe over time with a lot of machines, it would matter. You'd be making $25.06. So to me, that's a lot of money, but that's actually not the full story. And we will talk about hash rates going up and all of that as this video continues to go on. But let's talk about the good stuff at first, right? So, okay, you can't afford a KS2. All right, let's go down the list a little bit more. Let's go to the KS1. Now, this is making $12.53. That's insane. That's 269 Kaspa per day. Wow, that's not much. I mean, I remember the KS0 was making way more than that. But you know what? That's what happens when you get late to the game, right? You're gonna have to start fighting for this coin, the Kaspa coin, that's becoming scarcer and scarcer and scarcer. Okay, we're gonna do some crazy number again. Let's look at 16 cents for your KS1. Is there any difference here? Honestly, Kaspa continues to just stay at the top. I don't know if it always will stay at the top, but wow, still making $11.52. Okay, but what about Timmy? Timmy just does not have enough money, man. Timmy can only afford the KS0. Now, it's looking like the KS0 is really not worth your time, okay? Even at these high electric rates or low electric rates, it's not gonna matter, making $1.14. Personally, if I'm getting a KS0, which I do have one, I've had it mining for like a month or two now, you're gonna want that sucker at like 200 bucks. Now, are you gonna get it for 200 bucks? You're not. Honestly, is it even worth 200 bucks? I think it is. I think with a lot of these Kaspa miners, if you get caught up in Mind the ASIC or looking at a lot of these websites with the profitability, you're thinking of it in the wrong way, right? You should never mine for today. Try to sell today, get some cash right now. I don't think that's the best way to do it. Certainly not with ASIC machines. Maybe GPU machines, you can do that, right? Like sell daily, but you should really think about what the long-term potential is with these machines. So if I'm getting a KS2, actually, I did just order a KS2. If you're looking to order any Kaspa machine, link in the description below. Also, T-Swift is the person I've been using. He has pretty much the cheapest all-in prices of anybody, anywhere you can find. But I'm telling you right now, T-Swift is the guy to talk to for the best prices, trusted ASIC reseller. Anyways, so for the October kind of November batch, I paid $4,150, including tariffs, including shipping and everything. So you can't really spend $4,000 saying, oh, I'm trying to make $4,000 back from the coin. I think that's the wrong way to look at it, right? I think instead, at least for me, I say, okay, I want to make $2,000 back, right? Then I'm hoping that those coins will appreciate 5-10x, right? So that $2,000 that I'm banking on is going to become, I don't know, $10,000, or maybe if you want to say $8,000, whatever you want to say. But then also at the end of it, hopefully that brings you to the bull run. Now, suddenly, this is a lot of hopium here. I'm just being upfront with you. It is a high risk play, high reward, but also a high risk, right? So you're hoping that this $4,000 machine is now worth $8,000. So now I have a bunch of Kaspa that appreciate in price. And then I also have this machine that appreciate in price. And so that's kind of the difference between just straight up buying the coin, which I am a fan of, but then there's also buying the coin. Plus you get the machine, right? A lot more risk that way, a lot more to think about, a lot more variables that could go wrong, but there's a lot more upside if you get these machines. Now, if you're looking at this and saying you're too late to Kaspa, you're too deep into it, man, this is the wrong time. Okay, you know what? That's fair enough. I do want to just show Mining King got his KS1 shipped today. Shout out to him. I'm waiting on mine. Hopefully in the next 24 hours, my KS2 ships out. That's a fair assessment, man. I really do think so. We're currently at 53 petahash. Wow. I remember when this thing was hitting like 4. So if you just look at the numbers here, man. July 30th. Today at the making of this video is October 28th. July 28th, we were at 3 petahash. Wow, that's insane, man. And then the ASICs have just taken over again at 53. Now you're going to look at this and you'll be like, oh, okay, it's too late. Kaspa's over. I'm done. That's it. We're too late. We missed the boat. I think you are a fool for thinking that way, because you have to understand, like, this hasn't even seen a bull run. We haven't even got to see what its potential is. We have no idea how big Kaspa could be. Of course, you could say we don't know how small it's going to be, but I really think, I mean, this is a top 50 coin, guys. A top 50 coin in the middle of a bear run, organically, no tier 1 exchange, really nothing more than miners and some content creators that sell and buy, you know, those trading kind of guys talking about it, but no major news outlets or anything on this, covering this. I personally think we're going to look back at 53 petahash, man, and we're going to be like, oh, dude, remember when it was only 53 petahash, or when it hit 60 and 70 a year or two from now? We're gonna be like, damn, dude, those were the good days. Remember when it was 53 petahash? I genuinely think that's what we're gonna look at. And so, yeah, I want to get as much Kaspa as I possibly can. I haven't sold any Kaspa. I have no intention of selling any Kaspa. I'm very bullish on the project of Kaspa. There's a lot more risk with it because, again, you know, we haven't seen any bull runs. We haven't really got to see any historical data over time. Definitely risky, but for me, it just makes so much sense. I really like the potential. I know that the Bitcoin halving is happening either late March or April, somewhere in that ballpark. You could call it April if you like. And then we're going to have like a nice little sell-off, but forget about it. End of 2024, man, it's going to be a lot of money. And I think the price of Kaspa is going to appreciate so much. And then your machines are going to appreciate. You're not going to be able to find these machines for the price you can get them right now. That's my opinion. I could be wrong on that. Let's talk about GPU mining, man. I got asked this. We were doing a live stream yesterday and somebody's like, yo, I'm still GPU mining Kaspa. And I was like, bro, you're crazy. You're competing against ASICs. But okay, right here you can see Kaspa, and actually it's losing about 15 cents per day. Now what did I have here for the power? I had it at 8 cents. Okay, so that's pretty low. Most people don't have 8 cents. Let's look at, I think the national average is around 15 or 16 cents. So it's actually negative 28 cents a day for a 3070, by the way. That's a 3070. So, you know, again, I don't like to look at the day to day. That being said, I also don't like to compete with ASICs as a GPU miner. Now, if you're on something like Flux or Dynex or something like that, that makes a lot of sense why you want to compete against other GPUs. It's a fair market in that sense, but you don't want to compete. Dude, the KS0 blows all GPUs out the water. It really does, right? And so even just the KS0, not even the KS1, 2, or 3, you just don't want to be in that market competing against it. I really feel like you lost that ship has sailed, my friends, but it was a good time. I remember it. And then same thing with hashrate.io. I looked up 8 cents just for fun. You know, you can pick pretty much any GPU you want, a 6500 XT. You're losing money, but it's really not about that, right? Again, I don't want you to think about, this is what I'm making today. No, I don't want you to get into that habit. I want you to really think about what it could be. And what it could be is going to be a lot more yield for your ASIC miners or just buying the coin, whatever it is, man. But I do think Kaspa mining is worth getting into. You got to get it for a decent price though, right? You got to factor in, where am I getting this from? Am I buying it from this reseller that's going to give me a badass price like T Swift or Charlie Lin or one of these guys that are trusted, that are going to get it cheaper? Why are they so much cheaper than a lot of these sponsored places? Well, you have to understand, they are the middleman. They have to make their money. But a lot of these resellers, dude, they don't have overhead. They don't have to worry about employees. They don't have to worry about all these things. They don't have to worry about paying sponsorships. They don't care. They're just going to say, oh, I'm going to make $100 on this unit. And they're cool with that. $200 on this unit. And they live with it like it's nothing. But if you start dealing with these other resellers and stuff, yes, there's some confidence there. Of course, there's going to be some confidence there, but you're also going to have to pay that extra money. And to me, I'm not trying to pay another $300 to $500 to order off some website when there's very trusted people in the community, right? These aren't like random people. These are trusted people in the community that you can still buy from. So I personally think if you can afford it and you're not buying off of credit or anything, and it's not a big deal for you, I think Kaspa mining still is really, really good. But you have to understand the long-term vision. Like, you're going to want to really understand this is a 1 year, maybe year and a half to 2 years, hope and dream kind of thing, right? High risk, high reward. Would I go out and buy the KS3? Oh man, I think those things are still like $16,000. I know they used to be $40,000, so a lot more affordable for a lot of people, but still 16 G's is a huge investment. Even my KS2 at $4,150 all in, still a really big investment, but I felt okay with that number. For me and my risk tolerance, I'm like, okay, cool. This 4,000, my goal overall with Kaspa is around $10,000 from that machine. That's kind of my goal. I think that's very reserved. That's only like a 2.5x. But yeah, if we can get higher than that, that'd be awesome. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Are you into Kaspa? Do you like Kaspa? Are you a fan of it? Are you going to be mining Kaspa? Please do me a favor. If you've not already, join my Discord, man. There's no paywall behind it. I don't charge you for anything. Just looking for more active people. We have almost 3,000 people in the community, and they are awesome. But we could always use new, cool people in there. And over there on Twitter, we did just break 7,000 followers. Let's go. That's so exciting. I appreciate every single one of you that follows us on Twitter. If there's another cryptocurrency that you want me to cover, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. DJ Mines signing out.